might be asking, Arsan, what did I just watch? What does that have to do with learning English? What is going on? Let me explain it. When it comes to learning English, I noticed two important things, two important key to learning language. Learning language only requires two important things. The first thing is fully focused energy, mentally fully focused energy. When it comes to learning language, you gotta focus on 100%. That means no distraction. There is no distraction. The second thing is stability. That means you need to be able to study every single day, without even taking a break. You might call it consistency, you might call it self-discipline, but for me, stability is all about being smart with spending your time. Learning language is one of the hardest and easiest things at the same time, and it obviously takes a lot of dedication and self-discipline and fully focused energy, and it's not easy. If you're able to study consistently every single day with a fully focused energy mentally, then you're definitely going to get what you want. It's this endless battle between you and the language. The best example, the best metaphor I can give you guys is you're pushing this ball up to the hill, okay? All you have to do is just kicking the ball as hard as you can. When this ball comes back to you, if you miss it even once, this ball is gonna go down so fast, and probably you're gonna end up where you started, and all the effort that you put into is gonna be for nothing. You're just gonna end up wasting your time, and then you're just gonna have to start all over again. Everybody always tells me hey, you're so very disciplined and you can easily focus on everything. You're very self-disciplined. I can focus on things the way you do, etc. Everybody around me, my friends, make it look like it's a talent, that I am 100% able to focus on things that I want to accomplish, I want to achieve in life. But the thing is, I am one of the most distracted person in this world. I get distracted so easily, so terribly. Everything that is going on around me on a daily basis affects me so deeply and so bad. I get just distracted so easily, and I easily fall out of my habits and my routines. And basically, when I fall out of my habits and my routine, I start panicking. I start to lose control over my life. I find myself being all over the place. One thing leads to another, and then all of a sudden I find myself in this cycle of depression, and I lose my sense of purpose in life. So basically, I am not a self-disciplined person at all, but I know how to be self-disciplined. What do I do? How do I stay motivated? And how do I stay focused 100%? How do I put all my energy into learning English and stay disciplined? How do I manage my time? How do I spend my time and stay stable? Okay, I want to talk about that. There are things that you have control over your life. You need to control things that you have control over your life, okay? There are things that are out of your control. There is nothing you can do about them. But there's also things that you can do. You can make a change about your life, okay? First of all, I want to talk about English learning apps. I want to talk about social media, and I want to talk about how to manage your time. It is how I manage my time. You might be asking me what learning language apps do you use? For me, learning language apps have pros and cons, okay? I mean, it's really nice to be texting someone or talking to someone, improving your speaking skill, listening skill, improving your English in general with a native speaker, with a fellow language learners. Before I started learning English, I would always go on these apps, I will text, native speakers or fellow language learners. I will text them. We will talk for 2 weeks or 1 week, But the problem with that is, none of the conversation got so deeper, or none of the conversation lasted more than a week or more than 2 weeks. Some of those people will text me instantly. Some of them wouldn't respond to me in a week. Some of them wouldn't respond to me at all. Through texting them, through talking to them, I was improving my English. But the thing is, there was no stability. It wasn't that, okay, tomorrow I'm gonna use this app between 3 and 4 p.m. I'm gonna talk to these friends, and we're gonna talk about this specific topic, and this is for an hour. I'm gonna be improving my speaking skill or vocabulary or my writing skill. I'm gonna do this practice for an hour every single day. It wasn't like that. It was just so random. When I tried to learn English with learning language apps, everything was so random. I didn't have 100% control over my English learning process. It wasn't like that, okay, every single day for a month, I'm gonna use this app and I'm gonna improve my speaking skill or writing skill, whatever it is, every single day regularly. There was like no consistency and it was like out of my control. So basically I thought that, okay, Arson, you improve your English, but not as efficient as I wanted to be. It was like taking a lot from me than it was giving me. Unless you're not paying to someone to learn English on these apps, it's not as efficient as you think. It is for me, guys. It is for me, okay? So basically, these English learning apps didn't work for me and I put them aside. Second thing is, I was like, I'm like a very addicted person to social media. At the time, I was so active on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. The first thing when I woke up in the morning, I would go on my phone, I would check out my DMs, I would check out my Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, you know, see what everyone's been up to. Like, whenever I was in the toilet, I would directly go on my Instagram, go to Twitter. For instance, I'm on the subway, and in order to avoid eye contact with people, my hands will directly go on my phone, like do this mindless scrollings on Instagram. Like, there was no purpose at all. And I was doing those scrollings, you know, like unconsciously almost. Everybody was doing the same thing and I was like, dude. So I eventually realized that I was spending like 2 or 3 hours a day on social media, sometimes 2, sometimes 3 hours a day on social media, like on, you know, Instagram, in Twitter and Facebook, and just doing nothing. Whereas I just have a very limited time to learn English. These mindless scrollings are just not a waste of time, but at the same time, it consumes your energy. You're just getting exhausted mentally every single day. When you're doing this, while you're doing this mindless scrollings, I realized that I was getting exhausted mentally because you just see this one picture and this one picture leads you, without even realizing, you all of a sudden find yourself thinking about other things. And I realized that not only I was wasting my time, but also I was consuming my energy. And I was like, okay, Arsen, you need to stay focused. If you're gonna learn English, you need to stay 100% focused. Also, you need to spend your time very wisely. And that leads us to core point of this video, main point of this video. Time management and fully focused energy mentally. And I was like, okay, Arsen, I need to stop this. I can't just let Instagram DMs or Twitter DMs, whatever else is going on social media, consume my energy, okay? Because there are things that I want to accomplish in my life and social media affects me in a negative way. By the way, social media has its benefits. You can definitely 100% benefit from social media, but you just need to calculate pros and cons. Social media has pros, but at the same time, it has its cons, okay? And you just need to be careful with what you consume, and because you can't consume every single thing, every single people's life on social media. That's gonna just consume your energy, consume your brain's energy every single day. I ended up deleting all of my social medias, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and then I was like, oh, I was like so relieved, okay? That gave me literally 2 hours every single day, and I was like 100% fully focused. First thing, I woke up in the morning, instead of like going on my Instagram or things like that, I would just think about like, okay, today I'm gonna study these things and these things. For instance, when I'm in the toilet, whenever I'm in the toilet, I always watch something in English on YouTube or something, and I always think about learning and improve my English, my speaking skill and listening skill. Whenever I am on the subway, I always listen to something in English so that I can improve my listening skill. Whenever I'm on a walk, I always listen to something in English so I can improve my listening skill. This is how I manage to stay focused. The moral of the story is, my message is to you guys, whatever your learning English method is, you just need to have a plan and you just need to stick to it. Whatever distracts you from applying your methods on a daily basis, sticking to your plan on a daily basis, just get rid of it. Whether that's social media, whether that's kind of like some kind of like toxic friends, or I don't know, whatever it is, get rid of the distractions that is in your control. Also, before I end this video, if you're new to my channel, if you're watching this video for the first time, you can check out the videos. I'm gonna link down some of the videos that I made so far on this channel about how you improve my speaking skill on my own. What was the script method, how you improve my speaking skill with script method, how you improve my speaking skill and listening skill, how you improve my speaking skill with YouTube videos, and also some of the videos that, you know, how I was speaking 4 years ago as a beginner, and then how my speaking skill, my accent, my pronunciation have changed over the years. All the links are down below in the description box, so if you want, if you like, if you desire, you can just go check it out, those videos. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.